Hello world, it's JWP, J-Board Primo Beats, coming to you live from my home studio. For around 20 years, I've been mixing and mastering music, rapping, songwriting, recently started singing, along with everything else that goes with music production, such as graphic design, editing, photo editing, video editing, and for around 15 years, I've been using SynthEdit to make my own audio plugins. Check out my website, jwpsite.com, for my social links, latest news and updates, and public offerings. My Twitch, JWP Stream, Facebook, JWP Meta, YouTube at JWPTube. If you'd like to help support what I do, check out my Patreon, JWP Patreon. That's with 2 P's. There's exclusive content there for making your own audio plugins, SynthEdit, my GoFundMe, JWP Fund, or my PayPal, jwpmas@gmail.com. Likes, comments, subscribes, follows, whatever makes you click or appreciate it. I'll be continuing along, remixing, remastering some of my older beats in FL Studio. And once last I left off, I was in WalkWitMe, and I do believe I was compressing stuff. Yeah, so I was looking at the other instruments. I believe I was on the snare and clap. And I was going to come back to the kick and piano, bass piano. Just get that fit in. So I'm going to jump into my headphones. I'm actually going to do a quick beat. Actually, I just need to check something. All right, so continuing along, I believe with the clap, I'm pretty sure the snare is done. Just take a quick look here. It does appear to be onto this one here. As well, I might have to develop a tool for my overall, get rid of PEQ2, which is everywhere. Okay, so clap. Just one little spot, right? Yeah. All right, so I want engagement, which is -12.5. Put it up to bring it down to that point. Like 6, way too much. Still more. Still more. It's not even running. Okay, so that's why it doesn't seem like it's been moving, because it hasn't been. Okay. So about there. And then activate the compressor here, make sure there's no gain. Start driving here. It's going to max drive. Right away, we get a lot of pull in on the release. So I'm going to bring in another snare here. Oops, I'm just going to max it out. Okay. Compared to just a regular clap. So I do want like a solid clap. Not too hard. It's all okay. So this is obviously no good. That's still quite overbearing. Bring this down a bit. It's not enough. Still not enough. Around there, maybe down a little bit. 18, 21. Still too much. Try 18. It's about there. A bit of a blend between the two sounds. He's bringing another one here. And get on the post. Sort of find a nice spot for it. I'll give it a starting point here this way. In fact, I got to match up with the, yeah, that's kind of loud. Match up with the snare, right? And the snare needs to be a little louder. I learned in the past. I do believe I did something with the clap, right? I had some sweet spot stuff happening. Yeah. So a bit of targeting. Switch this back to view the note. Okay. So now that's lined up, we'll bring everything else back in here. Okay, so these are too loud. Where's the snare sitting here? They're supposed to be a little louder, however, I feel like it's really loud. Where's this sitting? That's the wrong thing. So let's go down here, and I want this one. Like that. It's really low. Oh, but where's the snare sitting, right? Snare sounds really loud. Okay, so it's just that the bottom end of the clap doesn't have much bass. Let's see if I can bring that back in a little bit. Loosen up the slope here. Get some bottom back. A bit better. Okay, but it's still quite quieter. I believe before it was the snare that was quieter. So I'm gonna pull up that clap some. Let's turn this off. Around there, maybe one more. Yeah, both there. Did I do the guitar already? Alright, well, the last one is tom now. So I'm gonna jump into tom here. Looks like everything here can go. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset this. Zane coming through. What's up, Zane? That totally changed like crazy. Okay, so more mastering, sad face. Yes, this is actually mixing still. I gotta put an hour in it every day, man. Okay, so what the hell am I doing here? So there was a roll off there. I guess I could dim it a little bit. These are low end. Give it a shot. How can I do this the best way, really? Because I can just like open these up and go else, right? Try that. Open this up. That. Else, pull down else here. Okay, so it sounds kind of far away. We should become a React streamer and roast all the music YouTubers. Sounds gimmicky. Not really my thing, man. You know that. Okay, so what the hell? Let's open this up. Okay. Yeah, I'm not liking that at all. So I'm just gonna reset. And then all I want to do is compress, I suppose. So let's get the compressor in. What's going on with you, Zane? Drums, turn this down. Find a point of engagement. And here. Oh, I need to set this, so 1.5. One more. Okay, so that should be good for engagement. Now I'm gonna crank it. Okay. So now it's not on. Let's go turn it on first, I suppose. Right? Trying to figure out what to work on. Got the press. Just roll with it, man. Just roll with it. Okay, so that's crazy. That's like Super Energizer Bunny marching band. Let's like back off again. So where does that? It's huge. So what kind of drop I look? I'm looking for like a sort of a stiff release, but I want some body there. I think that might be it right there, right? Back off a little more. Let's look at it. Here. Sweet spot's such a big window. Gets in the way. Okay, so here's nothing. And we can see not a lot of attack. A bit of body. There's about 6. Get a little more attack. Less body. Push on it. 12, a lot of attack, the body's starting to come out. Jump all the way to 30. It's like some super attack and a lot of body. And also like no release. The release is completely gone. So like I said, around 6 to 9, maybe 9, because that's when the body starts to come out and that's what I'm looking for. But at the same time, I'm losing that release, right? So maybe back off 1. No, I liked it better. So lost a bit of a release, but that's where it's at for me. I don't know where the name went for this. Call this Tom. Then bring in another Tom. And just find sort of a unity gain here. Span. Close BPS now. Then I want to be around here. So it's still quite loud. Let's come down some, maybe 9, 6, 7.5, 9. So it's supposed to be a support, right? So we'll leave it at 7.5 for now, and we'll see how it meshes here. Okay, so this kick is uncontrolled. Just these parts. I don't really have a metric for it, so I'll have to go from there. Jump on this piano next, because this is loud. Okay, so looking at it, nothing there. Patcher. This is just killing the partial. Then, yeah, all the stuff can go, so that. I just realized too that I also use PEQ2 here. It's so dependent, and it's depending on it everywhere. It's so awful, man. Oh, son of a bitch. Gonna go smoke some weed, BRB. I'll alert the media. Okay, so what am I gonna do about that? I mean, I can make a plugin that moves around, right? I just have to go without them. As well, my, what do you call it? They're also the same thing too, right? But these are just moving around and cutting. Man, why does PEQ just have to be such a piece of garbage? It sucks. Okay, so for this album, I'm not gonna sweat it. I've switched out what I can. Moving forward, I gotta find replacements for PEQ2. Maybe just like a sort of a quick EQ filter bank kind of thing. I think I might even have like a prefab for that. Oh, I don't really want to leave PEQ2 behind though, and I don't want to spend time in synth edit when I'm supposed to be mixing. Okay, so piano here. Then this is partial removal. So I'll get rid of that for now. And then I want a piano. Maybe I'll just go with oh no, I wanted to try to darken it, right? So let's bring in piano here. I'm not sure I've ever used piano before. Okay, so fundamental first harmonic is our big player here. Let's open that up and tighten that up. And then from there, I can dim everything else, right? But for now, I'm going to get it to engagement. Hit that compressor, and then I'll fiddle with it later. Okay, so compressor. This is bass. I'll call it bass. Kill that gain. Engagement at 10. So moving to 10 here. So kill else. Okay, so it sounds a little hollow now. Move these around. It's really hard to tell. What's up here? Presence. This is kill else. Kill that. And maybe we'll pull down the presence. Not up all the way. I feel like it's not cutting. Let's move these poles around a bit here. Reset. Well, I can't reset that, right? Not getting what I want here. Down. Okay, so that's not really giving me anything I want. There's a honky-tonk position. We'll go like this and then back here again, right? That is still quite high. Kill that. Bring this in. See how that behaves. There we go. A little darker. It's up to 120. Not the best thing. What is this? Lower slope, right? So leave that super loose and tighten this guy. Tighten loose in that guy. Okay. And like that. Oops. Back it down a little bit here. Okay, and then find actually a little more. Find engagement. Engagement is at 10. So we can come up a little bit. This isn't even full blast. No wonder why it sounded funny. Okay, so I'm gonna reset this again. Reset this. Turn this off. Turn this back on here. So we can get some. There we go. And that width is full already. And the poles up maybe. All around. Still not what I want. Okay, so harmonic maybe. We can kill the L's from there. There we go. It's sort of like a wishy-washy back room sort of sound. It's like around 12 especially. Okay, so I'll make this completely loose. Tighten this up a little bit. There's a little width here too, right? So I don't want to do that because it touches on the bottom. And it's like that. I think it was all the way back. So leave it at that. It's not really doing anything. Alright, so engagement 10, we'll come down a bit here. Up. I forgot about the bottom. Still looking at a bottom number, right? Come down like maybe 1. Okay. Jump into that compressor now. And then another piano. Crank it. Okay, so right away, lots of release. So I got one more of attack. Again, just leveling things out here. Let's drop this so we can move around some more notes. Just not a release. Right away, like a lack of release. It must be pulling off that limiter. So I'm putting 9, I think. I'll pull it in more because I want more release. And then I'll bring it to a comfortable level here. Get rid of those partials first. And then bring it to a comfortable level. It's really loud. Let's see where it's sitting here. Remember, this is a bass, so it does have to have a fair amount of gain here. If anything, I might want to add a play here, a bump in the resonance there, just to bring up some bass. What does that look like without it? Okay, it's a little more. Let's double that. Looks like it's kind of grabbing it in the wrong spot, but that is in fact the right spot. Quite loud. Let's bring it down some. It's want to be around here-ish. Quite a bit more, in fact. Let's push this before the compressor and see what we can get here. Not a lot of change. Oh yeah, okay. It's quite loud. Down. A lot of it's dead, eh? It's because it doesn't have that bottom harmonic, that fundamental. The most I can hope for is probably something flatter. Try to find a medium between this mid stuff and this low stuff, because I'm not getting anything here. It's usually the recovery amount. So like I said, all I can really hope for is flat. Because there's just not a fundamental down here. Whether it's due to the mic or just pianos don't have a low fundamental that low. Okay, so we're coming in here. Yeah, that's really bad. I almost want to double down on the keys here. Let's see what I can do. And there's not really any way to do it with well, there's an oscillator here. I forgot about that. What is this doing? Isn't this my support, right? Collapse end. Collapse. What is it? Isn't it supposed to be my support oscillator? Right. So that goes to piano, which is an 8. Okay, let's try that. rid of the secondary here. It's like maybe it just didn't make it all the way through here. What is this thing? Looks different from that. It looks like maybe it is the what I'm looking for here. And then they went more as the top stuff? Yeah. Okay, so that's what I want. I could probably pull on it a bit and I'll actually have something to pull on. So 45 now. No, the other way. 50, 25. There we go. Swatching my higher end. Yeah, that's too loud now. So kind of balance here. 30. Let's bring in this oscillator a little more. Coming in kind of hot. Also forgot this is running through that same channel too, right? What is this, 10? Why is it going to 10? Well, the oscillator's been rendered. Okay. So this doesn't really need anything but volume control. What is all this stuff? Okay. So it looks like it has been processed. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. It's kind of loud. In fact, the piano's probably quiet. So I'll just do a recovery bump here, which is 45, right? And then it should be fine as is. It's going to be a bit louder. Maybe a bit more than a recovery bump, because like I said, it should be bass here. Back and forth, huh? It's fine. Let's hear it together. Out the kick. Look at it. I feel like the sub can come down a bit. I'm gonna enable this sub. Okay. Now the bass is there. It's time for this kick. Yep. Okay, frequency shifter. A couple of these guys. Driving it right. Driving it. Okay, that's too much-ish. Let's give it a listen before committing to 12.5. It is there. And then some driving. Close everything because too many windows open. And I want this compressor even running. It is. I don't know why it's so loud. Okay, kick. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Do I want to? Yes, it's not even doing anything. Move it past the compressor here. Then drop it. Let's go my scope here. Okay. I want something sort of muffled. Something big. Not that big. Something about there. Okay, so that'll listen. Into unison. Quiet, bring it back, chop it in half-ish. A little louder. The kicks as well are pretty dominant against the bass, so I'm just gonna keep that in mind. Tom's a little loud. Sub. I think that's a nice balance. You can really hear the bass still. You can hear everything still. I don't know why my volume isn't working. Speaker. Guess that clap's a little loud too. Let's bring that down. It feels huge. It's shrinking a bit. And I'm gonna dirty up this sub part of the piano here. I'll do it after, I suppose. But before the called partial remover. Okay, so 1 to 20. Let's go harmonic here. Open that up. The saturator. Looking for something interesting here. That's not bad. Clip. It's huge. So 2 and maybe 2 or 3. Why does it still sound like it's stuck on clip? I'm trying to make it room like sound like a bass, but that's just not gonna happen. It's fine where it is for now. I'm gonna give that a save, and then I'll look at doing a pre-cut. I don't have any field anymore, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm constantly in the lab, so I don't have anywhere to go in real world and mix. That's not funny, I guess. All right, so let's see what everything else says here. Toad Maximus. I'm not sure what to do here. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about it now. I'm sweating over like, really fine detail. It's just too bad that that has to be this case. Let's go 30. I feel like my snare is really loud. Bring it down a bit. Quite a bit, in fact. Up a little more. Alright. Wait for that clap. It's too loud too. It doesn't have a lot of reverb or a tail on it. I don't think there's anything really I can do about it. Bring this up a bit. It's better. Still a little loud. Bring that snare back in. Kind of match that clap. It's fine. Okay, so moving on to the master compressor here. I want to meet engagement, which I believe is -16, right? So 30 compressor. Let's drop that. Open it. And I want complete mix here. Do I kill that? I do, right? Okay. Then drop everything after it because I need a level here. And add plugin, PEQ2. So I want to be at -16. And sort of the bottom end. Looks like I need to come down about 6, 4.5, 6. I'm just looking at the base of the volume too, right? So we got like a couple drops, but for the most part, we're sort of around here. A little bit down there. Okay, so that should be fine. As usual, it says a 1.5 drive, right? So add 2, and then 1.5. Add PQ2, and this is 3.5. And send that here, send this here. Drive. And see where we're at here. So max. Really hear that snare. Piano is really blaring. Okay. Just listening to that piano again. Snare isn't too bad. Okay, so let's try a little hard, a little less. Still kind of bad. Let's try down here. Still kind of bad. I'm going to actually be a little bit on the lower side. Ugh. Piano sounds really flat now. What does it sound like down here? Connect to the left. Okay, so that piano's really flat. Bring it up a little bit, I suppose. Just to the point where it sounds decent here. It's like it's missing its attack. Okay. Now it's loud. Okay, so let's back off on the what's it called bass. Okay, I boosted it a little extra, right? So I'll go 30, 40. Just to bring some of its mid-range back here. That's a bit better. I like that. How does that sit in the mix though? And I gotta turn these off too. I'm just listening to just this. Still a lot of release. Yeah, it's still too much to release. Let's try on the lower end here, 4.5. That's not bad. See if I can get away with 6. Yeah, it's fine. So why can't I get away with 7.5? I can. About 9. What changed? So I'm listening to the end. I'm supposed to be listening to the middle. Okay, 7.5. Because I feel like the decay that's the problem, really. Yeah, it's the decay I'm listening for. So that's sort of the middle part. Okay, and then compared to this, yeah, so kind of the really long one, 9. It sounds like it's really long. And then compared to like 6, where it's like I need like an ear break, I think. Let's see it with everything else. I'm at 6 medium point. Yeah, let's just go with that. Kind of short. Still feels really long. 6, 4.5. I think I might be able to live with that. Sounds boring though. That's okay. The Totem Maximus kind of brought a bit of life. That just sounds like eh. This one sounds like eh. I don't know. I do know. That's what it sounds like. So that's where it's at. Let's hear it through Morphit. It's dark, but it's also muddy. So what am I doing to muddy it? This, bring it life a little bit. It's fine here. Maybe back off the compressor a little bit. I think I'm gonna do the right one. This one. Clap's still a little rough. Bring it down a bit. Snare as well is a little rough. There we go. Clap still a little up there. Okay, I think I might be happy with that. Just waiting for that clap again. Yeah. It really kicks, eh? Okay, so let's bring in ozone now. Just gonna highlight everything. Did I do a run? I guess it doesn't really matter if I did a run or not. I'm gonna have to do another run. I gotta find the medium point, right? Okay, so a medium point looks like maybe here. Actually looks like something like this. Because I'm like an empty space. But not completely empty guitar, right? Yeah. I wish I could take like samples this part and that part. Can't do that. Let's just use these two parts. It's not like I'm doing dynamics anyway, so with that, master assist, high, next, and go. Warning, it's gonna be lots of volume changes, right? Just letting ozone do its thing. Oof. Couple underruns. More underruns. Ugh. So hopefully it's done. Must be done, right? Ooh. Okay. So I don't use any of this. I'll turn that off right now. And then jump to IRC1 here. Why is it so much dying? Maybe because I'm using so many sweet spots. Triple buffer. Max buffer size. So that's why it was dying. Okay, I'm gonna give that a save. And take a moment so it should recover better, and then I just gotta get the level. Some interesting starting stats. No transient emphasis. Okay. This is negative 1.5. And then this is 13. So from the left, from the, highlighting that one part. Okay, so from the left, and then learn, and then I need a negative 3. Okay, before I jump into that, I want to bring it down 3 past the compressor, right? In fact, I didn't even look at the squish, so let's take a quick peek at the squish here. That's a really wide play. Not a lot of squish at all. Not too bad. It's not a bad thing. All right. Ozone to its thing. Oh, I need a negative 3, right? So it is zeroing out, obviously. A lot going on there. Bring in another PQ and give ozone some room to do its thing with its limiter. And it'll bring my level to where I want it. So negative 3 here. And close everything. And I think still learning is still on. But I prefer to watch it just for the smell of it. And watch the playlists and ozone and everything else is off. Learn threshold, IRC1, and go. No. Of course, not from the left. So we start here, just bring this up. Oh, I'm gonna turn that off. This up, and then learn, and then what is that one? I don't think I want to push that button. Let's go. Just gotta wait for the whole thing to play through now and give me a level. This doesn't do too much to the sound. It just kind of attacks those peaks a bit. And gives me a read on how much lower it should be. It does move around pretty much the whole time. Which is interesting. It doesn't look like it's moving at all right now. Yeah, it is a little bit. 0.1 decimal. Decimal. I just realized that decibel. Well, they're similar words. So very similar. But decibel's named after a person, I think. So I don't know if decimal was a person. If they were a person, it must have existed or lived a long, long time ago. Decimal's been around for forever, right? Like arithmetic. I almost kind of want to bail on it now just because like it seems like it's done. But I like to let it run its course because I know there's like super small numbers there too. So just waiting and waiting. Wonderful waiting game. And I'll get this pushed out and yeah, that'll be it for today. One more round here at the end. So I completely rebuilt this track too. Like I didn't even have this FLP anymore. I had to completely rebuild this one. Ugh. Yeah. That's done. Give that another save here. And then an export of an ARX open whilst everything else is running. Okay, so that should be saving. Here's my bit depth test. 24-bit does not save information past 0. Let's give this an export. Is dither on? Double check. Everything else is off. Dither is on. Is it set? It is set properly. Can we set the and bit meters doesn't really do anything, just because I'm there. And then exports. Wait. Precuts and well, save and go. Let's do BRB. Ported. I can close this and head over to RX here, bring it in.